Minister, for a doctor who comes from a background which served many years at local government with Cork County Council, and I would be one very attached to the role of local government and commend the role that local governments have played in the rebuilding of this country and infrastructure. And historically, our local authorities were associated with water and sewage services. That's gone from there a bit now. Roads, even now, roads delivery has been sanctioned by TII. Housing, the role of Cork County Council has even been diluted in that because of voluntary associations, and they're left now with just having the housing list, and we see refuse collections gone, amenities incorporated in parks, libraries, burial grounds, as mentioned already. The role of Cork County Council has to be acknowledged, and what it has played its part in the greater good of Cork County over the last 100 years. And the bill here today is contrasting in its nature and purpose. I come from the county of Cork, where you're talking about a balanced separation of city and county, and still I have people in the other part of the country, up in Galway, and they're against the amalgamation. And I have listened, accepted the implementation group, which came following a statutory body set up by your predecessor, Deputy Alan Kelly, Minister Alan Kelly, and in turn followed through by Minister Coveney. And this is another example of where Minister Coveney upped and left a mess, I would think. It's like the housing situation, the homeless situation. He promised no more people on the streets of Dublin by July 2017. He's gone. And here he left you as Minister for Sweeper. I call you the Sweeper. Tidy up the problem that he created for the problem that has to be resolved here in Cork County. And as I said, the implementation group, would say that the mapping that they did, even was questionable. The geographic. If the people who mapped Ireland 1,000 years ago had better coordination than the implementation group, because if any person fly over Cork would see that the geography of the area as extended by this group is in no way coordinated in any way proper. And I think Deputy Castells mentioned about we're on about international borders at the moment. I think what happened here was that once they got the likes of Cork Airport were inside the boundary, they didn't care what way the boundary went in regards to the extension of Cork County or the extension of Cork City. And I'm not going to dwell too much on the issue and the boundaries but the one issue I would touched on is the compensation issue, Minister. Compensation issue, right? I think you kind of covered there in section 17 that, and I need you, Minister, to find some way of tying down a commitment, because I'll be honest, I have no faith in Cork Corporation in following through on their commitments. I, as a member of Cork County Council, not too many years ago, when we were very well advanced in this country in forwarding recycling and reusable materials, we as a local authority, supposedly in conjunction with Cork Corporation, agreed a method of that they would convert their landfill in Old Hill Kinsale into a recycling unit, and we in Cork County Council in turn facilitated a landfill. Major protest, Minister. Landed with a bill of 30 million. Idle since. Cork Corporation never honoured their agreement. So, Minister, I would ask you to tie down the compensation issue, this review thing, and maybe including indexation, but I ask you that issue that I want covered. Thank you.